I don't say this lightly, but I think Nintendo might have just added another game to their pantheon of greats, because Splatoon Raiders just has the sauce. Now look, I know that Splatoon has already been a success for Nintendo. It's huge over in Japan and did pretty well in America also. It might even be the most successful out of their newer IPs. I mean, it has been popular enough to warrant 3 mainline games alongside plenty of DLC and now a full spin-off title. And I'm pretty sure it has its own esports league.
Let's just start the game with the highlight. Dad Kid flying around once more. Take out everybody.
But for whatever reason, Splatoon has just never felt to me like a top tier Nintendo IP. Like if you're naming Nintendo greats and you go Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Splatoon, I'm like, whoa, wait, you skipped a couple. Let's go back up a little bit. Let's try that again. But now that's not to say that I haven't thoroughly enjoyed the Splatoon games. I played plenty of Splatoon 2 and 3 and had quite a bit of fun. It's that kind of game where I just pop into it here and there, get my fill, and move on. Now, I will say that I did thoroughly enjoy Salmon Run and Rise of the Mammalians. Whoa. Rise of the what? The Mammalians. Rise of the Mammalians.
All right.
Forget I asked. That's what Splatoon 3's story is called, but I wouldn't blame you for not knowing that. Historically, Splatoon's story mode has always been smaller levels, designed with interesting bite-sized puzzles. Overall, they were just fun showcases for the great weapon design and ink mechanics. But they've always felt like a side dish experience. Well, enter Splatoon Raiders, and man, to say that I have been enjoying it would be a gross understatement. This game is absolutely something special. It's practically made for me, so I might be a little biased, but I'm somebody who over the past decade has thoroughly loved playing games like Destiny and Borderlands, but in the recent year, I really haven't had the time to enjoy those titles as much as I would like, hence my switch to Nintendo so that I can get back to gaming on my terms. Splatoon Raiders gives me that experience wrapped in a neat Nintendo package in a bite-sized chunk where I can actually enjoy it. I get all the same thrills and rushes that I would playing Destiny or Borderlands. I can build craft, I can fight raid bosses, but I do it in a wonderful portable package. It's a match made in heaven. Whether you're playing it solo, with one other friend, or a whole group of friends, the game is an absolute blast to play. This game takes Splatoon and dials it up way past 11. It takes everything that you might have enjoyed from past Splatoon single-player games and gives you even more of that in spades, and plenty of stuff that you didn't even know you wanted. The world is crafted in a way that just oozes Nintendo's charm and attention to detail. For example, while the weapons are all based on archetypes from previous games, they're all crafted from bits and pieces of wreckaged and salvaged items found around the Spiralite Islands. Like a bonus to damage after you've swam around in ink for a certain amount of time. And even the ability to unlock more than just 2 gadgets, effectively giving you more abilities at your disposal during each raid. I've even unlocked the ability to pull in gadgets from other tanks, so now I'm mix-matching my builds across the 3 available tanks. It's all really cool and just keeps layering on something new every time I've seen it all. And I've yet to see how far this can go. I'm still building every single raid. Now each gadget has a set number of slots, these little guys right here. And you use these slots to attach parts, which are basically modifiers that affect how the gadget works. From simple modifiers like a bonus to damage, to ones that actually change the way the gadget works itself, like maybe it causes mini explosions when you throw it out, or an explosion when you take off. There's a lot of ink explosions in this game. It's a lot of ink. And of course, you can upgrade the amount of slots available to your gear, along with your health, weapon damage, and gear damage. At this point, I don't think I have to say it, but there's a lot to do here. Like, a lot. Like, a lot. Like, there's a lot of stuff, okay? The amount of build crafting and customization is staggering, and the most impressive thing is how, despite it sounding overwhelming, it actually never feels that way. It's all completely manageable and presented in a way that makes sense. And maybe even more impressive is how well it all works together. Again, you would think the developers here are seasoned vets that have been cranking out these games for years. It just doesn't at all feel like Nintendo's first swing at this type of game. And yet, it is. Now, the level structure is one thing that I will poke at just a little bit. Not that it's bad, it's totally not, and it does offer you a decent variety of maps and missions and modes to go on and raid to your heart's content. But I do wish things were a little bit more intricate and maybe felt a little bit more like a real living, breathing place. These are definitely game levels for the purpose of playing the game and doesn't feel as live as something like, say, last year's Donkey Kong Bonanza. I can't be too down on Splatoon Raiders here because overall the maps and missions do really fit the game well and work to serve what you're actually here to accomplish, which is splatting tons of salmonids and gaining new goop. But if I had one complaint, it would definitely be that the map design could be a little bit better. That's not the case, however, for the boss fights and enemy encounters. These are actually a huge highlight for me. Nintendo has such a smart way of just designing enemy encounters that feel good, and this might be one of my favorite showcases of that yet. Some of these enemies are just downright creative and are really enjoyable to fight and figure out how to fight. Maybe you've got this crazy salmonid that has like this crazy weird long snake-like metal appendage going around the map chasing you, and in order to hurt him, you actually have to get around from behind and... Alright, you gotta get him from the back, okay? Is that what you want me to say? Every time I encounter a new salmonid, it's just fun to figure out what their weak spot is and what the best approach is to taking them down. They really are rewarding to conquer. And how these enemies can swarm you and just force you to adapt on the fly can be really fun and interesting, especially in the later part of the game. It's just plain fun and oozes everything I love about Nintendo. And somehow it does it within a framework that makes the game just as fun to play solo as it is with your friends. I can truly see myself coming back to this game and playing for hours and hours and hours, even after I'm done with the campaign, just because of how fun it is. And rerunning maps and raids with buddies is just a good time. I'm just astonished that Nintendo was able to pull this off on their first attempt. All that to say that Splatoon Raiders is Nintendo Online's first killer app, in my opinion. Now, notice it's not their first killer app because their whole library is stellar. But as far as a game that makes you want to hop online with your friends, hop into a game chat lobby, and just have a good time online, this is definitely the best we've seen by far. So that's my current take on Splatoon Raiders. I'm having an absolute blast, and I am itching to get back in there, and I have some friends waiting on me, so I'm gonna get going. But before you go, like, subscribe. I should have done this earlier. Just maybe come check out a live stream sometime. I don't know. I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching.